No, you.
The entire musical score accompanying this film was composed on a computer that can produce nearly endless variations of sounds. Only by computer could they be calculated and for the first time pictorially described.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
The art of computer graphics is only in its infancy. The computer converts these numbers into impulses that cause sound waves to come directly from a loudspeaker.
Welcome to More Tweaks. More Tweaks, number 11 in the series, Amiga B2000 case. Just make sure we've got audio. Have we got audio? See if we've got More Tweaks. We have audio. Let's have video. Howdy, morning. Doing a few tweaks this morning. Okay, let's get over to it. So where we left off yesterday, we did the infill panels, the accelerator, and got the plate lined up, and worked out there was strange goings on. Compared to these slots, the card is actually bigger, and the case design is somewhat different to this area. Well, it has to be. They sort of got these in here and decided they had space for other stuff, maybe. Very clever, or last resort, or put in at the last minute, or something to that effect, or could do with speaking to or listening to an interview with the case designer. If they even speak the same language, they don't know where it was designed, who designed it. I ought to watch a few more videos, I think. No, Dave Aney and a few others had something to do with the design of the board, or was it the Zorro socket? Not sure. Anyway, I'll have to watch a few more videos. Try to research a bit more. Anyway, right, so let's get on with it. So what we're going to do today is basically we've got sort of the layout done, and we've sort of finished what we want on it at the minute, but we've had to raise it up. We found out we had to raise the back up, and then we had to raise the lid, and because we've raised that up, we've got to raise these inner bits up, because these are, we've got to sort out this bit that holds the lid in place, or share some of the load with the lid. It's going to put a monitor on it after all, so we've got to share the load. So we're going to have to sort them out and widen them up a bit, pinch a bit of room here and there, and basically sort that out. And then once we've done that bit, we'll be going round. Hang on, let me just put welcome on Sunday morning. That's it, just put a welcome message in. Anyway, so yeah, we go around here, and also got to put some connector slots on the back and power supply slots to make them look a bit better. Maybe put a gland on the back sticking out, no cables, just a gland where the cables come out. And what the main thing we've got to do today is push this up 6mm. We've got to push this whole section up 6mm, which will ultimately clear us. Yeah, I've just noticed there. Actually, something noticed, yeah. So, we'll have to move all this drive tray, will have to go up 6mm as well. But, yeah, all the fronts and holes stay in the same place. But the whole thing move up 6mm. So, and we need to alter some plastics, which will ultimately give us a bit 6mm more space underneath, which is desirable for us. If we're adding extra boards and stuff into sockets, we need a bit of space for the board to fit. Now the main board stays where it is, so what will happen is this area here will have 6mm more gap above it, which is desirable. And also we've got to sort out the slots, the inner plastic guide for slots we've got for the cards. So effectively that could come all the way down now to here. Although, yeah, effectively it could. Yeah. So we could come all the way down with that one. Yeah. So we've got the space to come all the way down to this level with that one. Right, and then also we can do that now. It also gives us something to screw to better. Yeah, straight through into that, rather than having screws showing at the front. So yeah, we've got a lot of tweaks, more tweaks as in the title. And hopefully it'll slowly come together. That needs to be widened as well. That hole's not quite big enough, but I couldn't widen it because we were already up to the level there. So once we go up 6mm, we can actually widen that. And we can also, yeah. So let's start on that. Hopefully all this other stuff will come together, and the mouse, this slanted piece here, we might keep or get rid of, I don't know yet. It'd be nice to get rid of it, but aesthetically it didn't look quite right without it. But it is clear polycarbonate. So that was basically the slant on the front of the Amiga case. But, having said that, once that's gone up 6mm, and this is, we've got a certain amount of space here above the joystick and mouse port to put a card slot for something or other without affecting the front. Also, possibility of putting in, well, GoTech drive. You could lose a floppy. You might not have a floppy anyway, so that'll go in that orifice. Right, so we've got a few things to do, so let's start by altering the front to go up so it's level with that, and then we'll sort out the back after. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we can do is easily just grab, so let's just grab it all. I'll just check my audio. It does go into clicking every now and again. The bit rate or something goes wrong on the audio side of things. So I'm going to move everything up by 6mm. Let's just make sure I've got everything. So I've got everything but the drive bay at the minute. So we're going to take everything up by 6mm. It's going to have knock-on effects for all sorts of stuff. Now why have I got... Begs the question. Oh no. Sorry, I haven't selected that card by mistake. So the whole thing... I'll leave the power supply where it is for now. Maybe there's 6mm there. We'll have to find out if there's 6mm there on it. There's nothing else at the minute that I don't think needs to go up. Ah. Yeah, we're going to have to bring these slots down after. So we'll take it up. We know how much we're going up by. Right, so we'll do that now. That drive shelf there, that probably needs to go with it. And that one. So let's grab them as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move the whole thing up. 6mm. Alright, we've done it now, there's no going back. Well, we could undo move, redo move. Right, so we've moved it up, we're flush now again. And we've got a bit of space. I'm liking that. Now I need to go into here before I do much else and bring these holes down. So I need to bring them down by 6mm. Okay, so we've sorted that out. And while we're there, we might as well widen this up. If it's at all possible. Yeah, it will be possible. So what we'll do is we'll put in... Let's make it a bit bigger, so let's call it... Tell you what, we'll actually measure it. Let's measure the input.
Very calm conditions. Temperature around about 8 degrees.
It's actually 20mm. It's 20mm, so I need to go 10. So we've got 20mm. We need to just go in and delete. We need to delete that if we can. Well, let's just come out. Alright, so we've got in the right place. Just need to go back in. Oh, have I deleted them? No, I've deleted something. Right, I inadvertently deleted something. Ah, I know what I did. So I need to go into there, delete that, come out, cut that, go in, paste it in place, then we need to push it through. Just like that. And now we've got our extra size hole in place, which we couldn't have before. And they're back where they need to be. That is good. I'm liking that already. Now we've got a gap between there and there. Let me see how far it is. It's about 7mm gap. Let me have a look on the real one. Yeah, it's about right. It's about right gap, that is, yeah. It is forward like that for some reason. A bit of genius on whoever designed it, because instead of having the connectors for the mouse, keyboard and the joystick sticking out really far so you can't get your desk space back, the keyboard can't push forward towards the case, they've inset them back again. So that was a bit of a genius on their side of it. Right, let's save that. Right, so we've sorted that out. Now we need to make sure what we're doing over here. Wise, is that actually intersected, or it might? Not sure if that's in there. So it looks like it might be alright there, I'm not sure. Let's disappear the PSU. Let's try and zoom in. Can we see a gap? It's difficult to see. Probably from the edge is better. Ah, you know, we're just okay. Look at that. We've just got a fraction of a mil left. I can live with that. We've just managed to get that space in without altering the power supply back. So that is good. But yeah, so we brought our drive bay up. Now the problem I've got now, I don't quite get why this is only out by a certain amount, unless that must have been inside it. Let me just lose this HDMI card in a minute. So that stayed where it is, that inner shelf, but then we've got this that sits on top. Let's only come up a little bit. So I'm not sure why. Can't actually work out why. So that does sit on top of there, but we're a fraction out, so we can alter that. But the problem I've got, so I've got more space now under here. We've actually got 24mm, which is pretty good. The average header connector is 11mm. Plus, so we times that by 2 and put some PCB in place. 1.6 PCB on top. You've got enough space and clearance to do it. So it begs the question: can we get any more space? There looks like there is more space here. Look at that, between the CD-ROM and bay. So maybe this is how it is on the case. The original drive tray has got that space in it. But if I can eliminate some of this stuff, the amount of parts, by turning 2 pieces into 1 piece, it's obviously better. So we've got a section here that holds the front on, but this is a removable lid, you see. Yeah, so we've got this removable lid, so we take the lid off. Let's just take the lid off a minute. So the lid's off, but because we've moved it all up, yeah, so we could step that lid. Let's just put lid back on again. Yeah, so it is short anyway, the lid is. Now we've spaced it apart. So ideally that lid would just sit in nicely. So in order to have that top piece, basically once you take the lid off, the front needs to stay on, so it needs to be attached to this back plate, which is all bolted to the base basically. And I can see because we've gone up here, we need to bring this down again, so let's do that now. Let's just bring that down because we've gone up 6mm. Let's bring that down to there. Right. We don't want to see that a double space shift from the front, even though it's clear and you'll see it, but you want a smooth area like that. But then we'll see screws screwing it together. So is there another way of doing it? So we can screw. Yeah, so if that did sat on there, then we better screw it in on the bottom. But then we'd see a line across. Yeah, not quite sure. We'll have to we'll work that out in a bit. That can be changed easily. Right. Okay. Right, so yes, we're okay there. Flush with that line there, that's good. That piece will go in there. Now, what does it look like without? Doesn't look too bad, does it? Without the slant. If we put the slant back, does it look better? It does look better, I think. Logistically, construction-wise, it's difficult to make that piece fit in there. And there's more fiddly bits to make. There's no real advantage. no real advantage other than the looks. So we'll leave that off for a minute. But what it does, it gives us the opportunity to cut out some more holes there and add compact flash or something, or USB or something out the front, keeping the original design. Right, let's keep going. So what happens is the carrier, the drive bay carrier, drive shelf, has to be able to be gone. I'll tell you what we'll do. We ought to put that. Yeah, so what we ought to do is group. So we know the power supply can sit flush on the bottom, that's fine. It just rests on it, it doesn't fasten in, it just rests on there. And it screws to the back plate to hold it in place. That's our shelf there, and then we come down and this reaches over to sit here to hold all this in place, and at the minute it sits, where does it sit? It doesn't actually sit anywhere at the minute. Something of it does, something not quite right there. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess there, we need to sort that out. It's probably me when because I altered it after. Let's hide the CD-ROM and the floppy. See what's going on here. Let's hide the front shelf and the front, inner front. Let's have a look at this. Okay, let's hide that front as well. So, yeah, something weird happening here. Oh, right, yeah, so that's in a bit. So, that's carrying... That carries it, the shelf. Okay, so it fastens there. It doesn't need to fasten two places. It would share the load, but at the back we've only got one piece of shelf, so... Let's have a look at that. Let's bring back the inner front shelf. Let's have a look at that. So the other front plastic acts as a shelf. It sits in there, and we haven't got enough material here, so yeah, to sit that drive shelf in there wouldn't be enough material, but we do need to attach it to the top section. So let's put the CD-ROM back. Our CD-ROM, a bit of a problem now. Our CD-ROM fixings that you screw the CD-ROM in is right inside the front plastic. So that's not ideal, really. Well, it's not even ideal at all. No, so we can't. We could do with losing that piece there somehow. That's difficult, and that has to be that size. Let me have a look on the original, see what's going on. How that works it out. Right, according to that, that's set just over the motherboard. The screw holes are just in line with the motherboard. So we've got a problem here. We're not quite set where we should be. Those holes should be in line with this. So, it begs the question, what's wrong with it? So we've got them okay there. Yeah, so the whole thing needs to go back. Right, so that has to go where it has to go. That's a shelf that sits on it. Yeah, it's quite a way back. So, let's have a look. 30 mil. From the back edge, it should only be 30 mil sticking out. We've got 40 odd mil. So we're actually sticking out too much. Yeah, we're sticking out too much.
Yeah, I've got it now. John's corrected me. T10VA. I've just said I've got the call sign, but I haven't. There we go. About 5 and 6, 5 and 7 this morning.
So it looks like my CD-ROM is too long or something. The gap looks right there. Between there and there. 46 mil. See what I've got on my... Obviously a different power supply. ATX is smaller. I've got 45 mil gap in the ATX power supply. Let's sit on top of there. Yeah, well the ATX power supply is actually longer. It's longer than the Amiga one, that's deeper. So you've got slightly less space there, that's okay, we've got enough space to... So we're sticking out too far here. So I'll put the front back on. So we are sticking out too far. Let's measure between there and there. or there, and
I've just typed in over the other cell. John was typing at the same time by the looks of things. What was the name? Makes sense.
we must be here, not on. Hang on. 39mm. So with 39mm on there, let's see what the original was. 39mm, I'm going to stick it out. Not 39mm, let's measure the case for this one. Let's get the case back. Just measuring the case. Depth of the case, so it must actually sit in. So 30mm. Yeah, say 30mm. So I've only got 30mm. Be careful with this case. So 30mm, we've got 39mm, so we've got an extra 9mm sticking out. It's probably due to the thickness of the 6mm here and the 6mm there. The plastics pushed it out. So anyway, well, the easiest thing we can do is make sure it's 30mm. It should be 30mm to the front of there. Well, do we have to compensate for the thickness? That's 30mm from the 1.6 plate, or the 1mm plate. So let's work out how far we've got to go back. 39mm. So I think we could go back. Yeah, we can definitely move it back enough to do that. So basically what we'd do is we'd go put floppies on. So we've got floppy CD-ROM. The drive shelf will probably stay where it is, although it doesn't need to do what it's doing. Yeah, so we need to fix that so that drive shelf could go back as well. We'll sort that out in a minute. So let's say, so I'll just grab it and move it back basically. Yeah. So we'll grab that, and that. Now the drive shelf can stay where it is for the minute. So we're going to move it back 9mm. So that what we want is we want the front and the back here to be 30mm. So let's go. So we want that's 39mm. 37mm it's saying that is. Hang on, where got to measure it from? The front of here. Where do I measure it from? 39mm. So we've got to 6mm on top of that, so 45mm. So we're going to go that, and that, and that. I'm going to move it back by, we want 30mm and we've got 45mm. So we've got a way to go back, haven't we? So we move it back by 30mm, but we've got the extra 6mm then on the depth of the plastic. So that's okay. So let's move it back 15mm. 15mm. Right, so we've moved it back 15mm. And what we've got here, we've still got a gap on the drive shelf. Well, that drive shaft is too long now. So let's move that back by the same amount.
He's not very strong, but I can just about hear him. M7SVW.
15.
Good morning, Joel 6 Alpha Sierra Kilo. I think you've 5 and 5 with me. Just about readable. Go ahead.
So we've got the drive shaft back where, so we've got a little bit to latch on. Pop it in and drop it down, yeah. Okay, so it's, yeah, slowly coming together, isn't it? What gap we got? We still got enough gap for connectors and ribbon cables between the ATX. The original power supply is wider. Now we have got a little board to put on this. So we shrank, what was this? That's, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so shrank that. Now, right, so we need to sort that out still. Let's have a look at the lids. Oh, the lid is too long now. So we need to shrink that by the same amount.
Right, Mark, good morning. I think you've got it. Yeah, Mark. Very good morning to you. 5 and 7 in
15 mil. Right, so we've moved that back, that's okay. Now we've got the inner lid. Yeah, that doesn't quite reach anywhere. That needs to share, that needs to sit on and share the load, so we could bring those down. How's it going to screw to that though? So at the minute they would, yeah, they wouldn't necessarily screw to that. So we'd have to screw through the lid. We've got to be able to tie these together somehow. So it's beneficial to screw into there. No, you don't screw to the lid. The lid is separate. That's right, sorry, you don't screw to the lid. So in that case it can just go straight in and rest on it. Now do I bring that up to there?
Somebody there, but I didn't catch it. Yeah, there was a station ending November Mike Alpha, I think. Yeah, station ending November Mike Alpha, maybe?
The drive shaft's quite close there to the drilling the hole. Drilling a hole to mount the. Is it that? Yeah, it's that close anyway, isn't it? I think. Let's just lose the front a minute. So it's got a little bit of overlap there and a little bit of, yeah. So we're okay on that. Be able to mill a hole out in there where the stands. Okay. Right, so we've got that. Now we've got this floating bit that's going on here. Now is there any beneficial for bringing that down? Not sure about that yet. Because it gets fastened to the, that's the inner shelf. So the inner front goes on now. That goes on, and that shelf gets screwed. That bracket for the shelf gets screwed to the front, or the front gets screwed to the shelf, one way or the other.
I'm going to have to have a look at the Delta loop tomorrow, I think.
Morning.
See what's going on, because normally I'm pulling the signals in, but I really am struggling this morning. But I'm sure we'll get it sorted. Okay, we'll move on then.
Just doing a few tweaks this morning. Trying to keep the original layout exactly at the front. So when you spot it, you spy it, does look like a Amiga 2000, sorry. Right, so see, already see those things sticking out. So I've got to. So hopefully, yeah, we need to move them back. Let's do that now. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them in the end. But... Right, so we've moulted the front. So we're trying to keep it stable with the lid off. We're trying to keep the front stable so it doesn't flex. And that's the drive shelf. So when the drive shelf is in, is it beneficial to have that going all the way up there to give it, stop being able to push that in? Might be. Yeah, I think so. Unless, yeah, let's do that, I think. We've got to be able to drop, so once the lid's off, we've got to be able to drop the lid, so the lid will drop in. At the minute it's not something going on. So the lid goes on just like that. I can see a little problem because you'll have a corner sticking out there. Once we've rounded this bit off, that won't be rounded. So we don't really want to see a sharp edge. So do we make it smaller so it sits in the arc? Possibly. But then you'd have a bit, you'd have an edge to it. Right, so we've got the sides. The sides have got to be done as well now. So all that's, yeah, all that's got to be altered as well now. Now we've moved it. Let's alter them next. So yeah, the sides have got to be altered. Let's just see where it starts to angle compared to the connector on the real one. So, one hole. It's difficult to see where putting the lid back on. Right, so it does look like it's where it is now, actually. It does look like it. Yeah. So I'll just put the lid on a minute. Let's put the lid on. So I have no idea what the difference you are because the other guy is away from you, right? Unfortunately, but I'll put you on the list and I'll drop you all over. It's an amazing thing, this lid. Right, yeah, it's gone. It's on. Yeah, the original plastic flexes as well, we press it in the middle. So yeah. Okay. Let's have a look down the side of it. The plastic is in line with the bottom. Yeah. So the plastic is in line. It's actually in line with the bottom of. Yeah. So it's that line there. The orifice for the mouse. The corner is in line with that. So I'm a bit low on this one. So I need to move the whole thing up by 6mm, maybe. Let's have a look. Is it 6mm? Yeah, 6mm, is it? Not sure. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 3.5mm. It's not quite 6mm. Does that have a knock-on effect for me? Now I've got to be able to screw into the sides. So that side screws into this side, and that side screws into there. Yeah, I could still do that. So I need to raise it up slightly, but we are going to have a thicker base. It's going to sit up slightly higher, which is okay. So I need to move that angle up to there. So how we do that? The whole thing. Actually, that's, oh yeah, it needs to maintain the step. Now the side, yeah, that side needs to go with it. So the whole thing basically just needs to go up, doesn't it? Yeah, it just needs to go up 6mm. Let's move both of them up 6mm. See what happens. Can't do it from that angle. Right, 6mm. Right, should move that up 6mm. Right, and have we done what we... Yeah, basically it's a little bit higher. Yeah, it's a little bit higher than the slot. But did I make my slot wider than the original slot? Let's have a look. 16mm. Oops. That's hard to do. The lip screw. 16mm. No, it is 16mm. It is 16mm, so that's fine. It is 16mm. So we need to... Do we need to do anything with it? We're slightly above it. Does it matter? Probably does matter. So we'll... Yeah, we'll just bring those down. Flush with that. Now, is it flush or is it slightly... Let's have a look at it, it's flush. No, it's slightly over.
Oké, bedankt. Utrecht, zieke kant, stap India voor Charlie, Oscar Mike.
Is it? No, it's... Yeah.
PA3.
It's about 1mm down. So we're actually up, so it does need to come down. So if we say we're 1mm down. Right, so it needs to come down to there. So we're actually 2.4mm too high. Okay, so we can sort that out. We can go into this one. And we should be able to bring this down like that. No. No, we need to grab just the lines. And the fill. And then I should be able to move it down. Hang on. What's happened there? Why have we not got the right one? Right, we seem to have an extra piece in there for some reason. We seem to have something going on there. Yeah. Let's get rid of that first. Alright, let's get rid of it first. No. I don't want that. No, so we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that.
Delta Hotel 1, Fox Alpha, Golf 59, Zulu
We'll have to
Hotel.
change this to that,
Respond, thanks, Papa India 4, Charlie Oscar Mike.
and then do the same with this one.
Contest, Papa India 4, Charlie Oscar Mike.
We've got 2 layers on this one.
Charlie Oscar Mike. Papa Echo 1, Alpha Victor Golf 59, Zulu Hotel.
Right, so we've cleaned up whatever's going on there.
Thanks, Papa India 4, Charlie Oscar Mike.
I seem to have the wrong
Papa
colour.
India 4, Charlie Oscar
Oh,
Mike.
I know what I've done.
Contest, Papa India 4, Charlie Oscar Mike. Take a contest, Papa Italy 4, Charlie Oscar Mike.
Right, yeah, what I've done is done the whole
Oscar
thing.
November 5, Whiskey Golf, your 59, Zulu Hotel.
Yeah, I had the wrong thing.
003, thanks, Papa India 4, Charlie Oscar Mike.
Right, okay.
Papa India 4, Charlie Ocean Mike. Take a contest, Papa Italy 4, Charlie Oscar Mike. Take a contest, Papa India 4, Charlie Oscar Mike. Take a contest, Papa India 4. From Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kiwi.
Let's get rid of him. He's just recorded himself and repeating himself, driving everyone mad.
All the way back to you. I'm still having a blank.
Right, so we've got that tidied up. We need to bring down
John,
to the level now, both of them.
Jeff is seeing it as well, so I don't know what's going on there. No, I don't.
Right, okay. So we need that. I need to bring it down 2.4 mil. Okay, so now we've got this is slightly lower than that. Yeah, that's what we want. I also need to do the same to this one now.
Alright, I'm just coming back into it. So, it's not red, and it's come back in. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there.
Right, that's going to be a problem.
Jeff is back with us now. GMA to rescue. Jeff, are you there? Yeah, I'm back with you, Troy. Very good.
Got 2.4 mil, but we've now got to bring back the back of it.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Well, you have the helm then, Jeff. We got 32 on the list so far.
What happens if we bring that down? Yeah, 2.4 mil.
Thank you very much for doing that.
So we should be okay now.
Okay, how are we doing? We've got another 7 minutes before.
Yeah, we should be okay. So we've done them, and they're too far forward. So we made a bit of a problem there. We should have done them. It's probably easier to change the back than it is to, yeah. So what we'll do, we'll alter the back. We'll grab both of these, move them back 15 mil. Okay, so we're back 15 mil on them. As we should be, yeah, that's it, that's nice. And what we need to do is reduce these by each by 15 mil. But she won't let me touch it for some reason. Orkney Islands? It won't let me size it. Why won't it let me size it? Okay, let's just grab it. Move it up 300mm. Have a look at it. Oh, it won't let me move it. So, doesn't like something. So we got here to there, 145.4. Here to there. Ah, we've got a variable size there, that's why. Okay. Let's see if we've got... There, we're good. Right, we're not good there. So we didn't move the thing properly. When we moved it, we didn't move it. Right, so have we got it now? Don't know. No, not quite. Okay, so we need another line across here. Right, and then we can bring that down to... It doesn't want to move, does it? No, it's crashed. Yeah, it's crashed. It does that sometimes, right?
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Yes. Yeah, you can mess it up if you're not careful. Right, it's taking its time to crash. 09:57 in the UK. UK time. Got the heater on in the background. It's a little bit cold this morning, so a little blower on the go. Noise. Sorry about the noise.
Good
40 meters is pretty active. Orkney Islands, so we're central UK and we're picking up radio station on 40 meters in the Orkney Islands. Short hop, basically, a short hop. A short hop.
Hotel Victor Kilo, thank you Mark. Good morning to you. 59 into the Orkney Island. Good morning to the Orkney Island.
Right, so we're back on here. So, what can we do with that? We're not gonna get... What do we do? Just grab the corner and move it down. No, it's not liking that, is it? Right, so let's tidy up the design. Let's tidy this up. So you can't push and pull stuff if it's not parallel. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to grab this. So what we'll do is we'll grab that line there. Draw a line from there. Hang on, we'll get rid of that as well. Probably get rid of that, and that, and that. And first we'll draw a line from there. Reference that line. Up to there. And we'll draw a line from there.
This broadcast comes to you from amateur radio station called Mike 8 Oscar Foxtrot, Quebec, located on the Isle of Hoy in the Orkney Islands and transmitting 7.127 megahertz. Thank you for joining us. It's Sunday, the 9th of February 2025.
Well-spoken chap. Radio Society of Great Britain.
Radio amateurs and listeners. This bulletin is also available on the RSGB website at rsgb.org, where you will find links to groups and organizations that may be mentioned in this broadcast. And we begin as usual with the news headlines. A new RSGB webpage focuses on emerging technology. An upcoming talk at Bletchley Park Museum aims to widen awareness of the radio spectrum and radio transmission. And remember to share your British Science Week ideas. The RSGB has launched a new webpage on how emerging technology can be used in amateur radio. Technologies such as artificial intelligence and 3D printing offer the opportunity to broaden the definition of amateur radio. They can also increase appeal and attract a more diverse audience. For existing radio amateurs, they offer the opportunity for progression through learning new skills. You'll also find links to 2 RSGB convention presentations, including the newly released talk on 3D printing
Right, okay.
to Echo Zero Juliet India. Go to rsgb.org/emerging-technology to learn more.
What's happened?
The society will be adding more technologies to the webpage in the coming
Yeah, we've moved it all back, but now we're not lined up with this. So I need to bring the whole thing forward on both of them. Okay, so we got the right size now, but
The RSGB National Radio Centre coordinator, Martin Baker, told Zero
some of these aren't right, so we'll have to get rid of these.
November from the Radio Communications Foundation will be delivering a talk.
We'll copy them. So let's get these right. So we've got to bring the whole thing forward now.
Introduce people to the radio spectrum and how to get to grips with the fundamentals of radio transmission. The session is being delivered as part of
I see it, and we've gone up to the
ongoing strategy to promote amateur radio to wider audiences. The Society is pleased to announce that RSGB members who would like to attend the talk are able to benefit from a 10% discount, reducing the price to £14.40. To find out more about this talk, go to the What's On section on the Bletchley Park website at bletchleypark.org.uk. If you'd like to visit the Bletchley Park Museum after the talk, don't forget that RSGB members can gain free entry by downloading
I should join that, I suppose.
RSGB website.
Should join the RSGB, I think. Right, let's sort this out. That can't stop there, it's got to come to the corner. So what I'm going to have to do is individually, and also while I'm at it, that, I just wonder if that was a purpose thing, What's the size from there down?
Perhaps you enjoy going portable and could take a local Rambler group on an activation with you.
Oh.
Or maybe you're
Don't know whether that was a purpose thing
and could deliver
to end it there.
demonstration for them. The society wants to
Quite like the idea of it
and inclusive
stopping there.
all ideas are welcome, both big and small.
Yeah, because it was low, they'd get.
Send your ideas to the RSGB British
I like the idea of that, but then at the top it will just go all the way up.
0 Kilo Echo Oscar and email address Bravo Sierra Whiskey at rsgb.org.uk. The RSGB will continue to share resources.
Alright, so this angle's going to change slightly, so does it matter? I'm not sure.
rsgb.org.
Let's do this one first.
Sierra Whiskey.
Can I just bring that out? Well, I can, but
RSGB Region 6 and 7 in Wales will take place throughout March. The aim is to encourage both individual RSGB members as well as affiliated clubs
so I brought that out to there.
to build their own resonant 21 megahertz antenna and make as many QSOs as possible on the 21 megahertz band during the month.
Then we'll have a much sharper thing.
There are 4 categories.
How sharp is the original?
Certificates issued to the top 3
It's not that
stations
sharp.
in each of the categories.
Not that sharp, so I don't know what's going on there.
To view the full competition rules and to access the submission
It's
form,
actually not as sharp as it looks. It looks like a 45-degree angle. So, something wrong somewhere. Something wrong. Okay.
The aim of the event is to encourage Girl Guiding members to make friendships with those in other units,
Right.
using amateur radio as the means of communication. A list of stations who have provided the RSGB with details of their call sign can be found by going to rsgb.org/thinking-day. If you'd like to be added to this list, please email comms.
And you can see now that the angle is not good. Too sharp.
Now moving on with details of rallies and events.
So that begs the question, why is it too sharp? And I think it's because, yeah, we've got an extra layer here, and the angle stops there. Right, hang on, so why is that one? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so, yeah. I'm not sure how to do this now. Right, so yeah, so that looks the right angle. Because the original angle goes to the front of here and not to the back. So we're going to end up with a different angle. So we screw the inner to the base. The outer is screwed to the. Right, so we need to keep the angle there. Probably bring that down a bit. I can't get that, can I?
Next up we have the special event news. The series of special event stations is active until the 31st of March to celebrate the city of Tunis, one of the European capitals of culture for 2025.
So that's what I was talking about earlier. We'll see that bit there. But we could reduce the sides by a little amount to hide that round the back of the panel. We've got room that side. Have we got room the other side? Just got enough room, yeah. So we could shrink it inwards. But then what do we do with the top? The top has still got the same problem. So if we do that, then we'll be in. I think we need to do that, actually. It's easy to say let's alter the front, but I want the front to be proportional to the original.
British Railways Amateur Radio Society is continuing to run special event stations. Golf Bravo 0 Lima Mike Romeo and Golf Bravo 2 Sierra Delta Romeo.
So let's say that's the right angle now. So we will see a piece of this. Does it matter? And to read more about the special event station, visit qrz.com. Finally, a team of operators from BARC is active until the 27th of April, using the special call sign Delta Alpha Zero India Alpha Romeo uniform. The station is operating to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the IARU. The special event team has been in existence for around 5 years and is led by Rick. Just looking at the original case. So that's where it sort of needs to go, but then it comes out there. Yeah, so it comes out there. Goes back to right, so that's right, that's more right, but unless we lose that altogether. Right. Right, so that's the right height and everything, that's the right line, but it doesn't look right, so we need to go up higher. Oh no, that's the height it has to be. So we may have more space here than we got on our Amiga. That might be the reason. Let's have a look. Let's take the front off again. Right, so we're going to bring it round and see what space we got. The 27 meg. And at the back, we seem to have more. Yeah, for some reason we got more. Would you believe it? It's slanted. It's actually slanted. 30 at the front. You wouldn't believe that, would you? Who would have thought that it's slanted? The drive tray is not square. It's small at the back. It's 24 at the back and 30 at the front. So let's just see what space we got. Right, let's take the sides off a minute. So we've got 27, so we've almost got, hang on. Let's go down from here. 27.9. So we've actually got, we're in between the two actually. So what we've actually got 30 at the front on the original and 24 at the back, so we're at 27, so I'm happy about that. We're flush. So we'll leave that, but we're in between the two. So, begs the question, so we'll leave that, the distance is right. Put the sides back on. So the sides are not right. That angle looks better. And then we'll see the corner. So maybe the whole thing needs to come in. I want to see what gap we got from the board to the inside edge of the steel. Yeah. Looks like we haven't got as much. Yeah, we've got a lot less, I think. We've only got 6.5 mil. We've got 6.5 mil on one side.
Last week went much as predicted. The solar winds from a large coronal hole impacted the Earth on the Saturday, the 1st of February.
7.5 mil on one.
The hole was so large that the geomagnetic system
6.5 mil and 7.5 mil. 6.5 and 7.5 mil we've got. So let's just have a look.
With maximum usable frequencies over 3,000 kilometers remaining above 28 megahertz during the daylight hours. At the time of writing, we have had 21
8.5.
flares in 3 days.
So we're a little bit wider than what we should be.
0.8 was detected around active region 39.
So we've got 8.5.
Peaking at 03:58 UTC on the 3rd of February. This was the strongest flare.
So we're only a couple of mil wider to the steel, but then you got the cover that. Yeah, it just probably doesn't matter. It could go in a bit. Could go in a bit, yeah. This side. .5. So we could come in a few mil. Definitely come in a few millimeters.
There is also a good chance that we could get an X-class eruptive flare from active region 3981 or 39.
Right, so we know. Let's put the sides back on. So this angle's too fierce. That's the nice angle. But then it wouldn't. Yeah, that's okay there. But then we'd see a bit of this. Does it matter? Yeah. Oh no, all we do is just go down, down and down. So we have a staggered one instead of well, that's not what we got on the original case though. The original case doesn't have that. It just goes down. Does it matter? I love that case. Right, so does it matter? So if it went down, down and down, would it matter? Yeah, it probably would matter. So we either have something not quite right. So it's because I've moved that up, isn't it? Moved the whole thing up. Tell you what, let's measure from there down to there. Yeah, let's measure from there down to there.
We should get good activity for EME, especially on the gigahertz band with long moon windows and
So it's
high
looking like
moon elevation. 144 megahertz sky noise is moderate for this weekend, but falls to low for the rest
about
of the
5.5 mil. I'll tell you what, we can just draw a line off it.
week, and that also ends this week's GB2R
Measure down to the line.
brought to you by Jeff, Golf Mike 8 Oscar Foxtrot Quebec. It is compiled by the Radio Society of Great
11.4.
represents some of the radio and radio amateurs within the
11.4. Let's
news items
just see what we've got.
Redcom magazine and the RSGB website should
So
be
the bottom of
sent
the
to
panel.
editorial team as far in advance as possible.
It's difficult to work out.
Redcom
11.4. What have we got here?
UK, and the deadline
The
is
top of the drive
on
there. It's difficult to work out.
The RSGB retains the
Let's put the lid
copyright
back
over
on.
the material transmitted, and information about amateur radio can be
Anyway, I'm
found
going
at
to
our
compromise a bit.
rsgb.org.
This is going to have to be a bit of a compromise because I'll just turn off this light.
rsgb.org/gb2rs schedule. Golf Bravo 2 Romeo Sierra is not licensed for two-way communication, but calls will be welcomed after close down under the call sign Golf Mike 8 Oscar Foxtrot Quebec. So, until next Sunday, 7-3, and have a good week from the GB2RS News team. Golf Bravo 2 Romeo Sierra is now closing down. This is Golf Mike 7
Right. So our angle should start from there and go back down to there. But instead we've got this weirdness, so it needs to stop there to maintain the angles around it. Yeah, to maintain the angles, but then because it's higher. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to compromise a bit. So I'm gonna have to come down with that. So if I it needs to start from there and go to there where that one is, and have a crank on it. It's got a crank anyway. Right, let's bring that down. Let's get hold of that one. And okay. I need to bring that up to there.
All copies, no problem. Your signal did drop down a wee bit of QSB kicked in. You were 20 over when we first spoke earlier on, but you went down to about a 7. And then up and down sort of
right,
between, really.
what have we got now?
All copies.
The angle's good, but we're sort of seeing this bit here. Might be the compromise we have to make. Might be unavoidable. Depends whether it looks ugly. Ugly. Do we care about ugly?
And I say, bon voyage, have fun, enjoy, and we'll catch up on your return. GM8OSQ, G6ASK. Yeah, very good.
I think that needs to go to the, yeah, all the way down.
I'm sure we'll enjoy it. Getting away for a while is going to reduce the stress, I think. We're on.
Right, so we'll bring that all the way down.
Anyway, John, thanks so much for
so we can screw it in, maybe. Let's try it all the way down.
When we get back home there. G6ASK, all the very best. GMA to a few. Cheers. Yep, cheers and bit. Just take care, my friend. Bye-bye. Excellent, 73. And Troy, G7LHK? Yes, good morning again, Joe.
Right, it's okay.
Fully copied. I have to revert to...
So we've kept the line going round the depth, right, at the sides. So we step down and we've got this problem here where the corner is sticking out. We don't want the corner sticking out. We need to hide that corner. If we hide the corner, then the front panel will stick out a little bit. Does it matter? What would you rather have sticking out? The corners? I think we'll live with the corner sticking out. Maybe. See what it looks like. Unless we drop it up. So we've got a corner sticking out there. So if we have that down a bit, when you slide your monitor, you catch this, you chip it, so it's not good. So you're gonna have a round here and a non-round there. So we'll live with that for now. Right, I just need to copy that and that. Move it over here. Right, and then reverse them.
Thanks for that report. Yeah, you're down to an S9. You were a little bit stronger earlier on, but as we said, the conditions are dropping. But no problem, Peter. We got you in a log there, of course, and thanks very much for calling in this morning. Your report is much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and 73 from me on the island. Cheers for now, Peter. Thank you, bye-bye. Okay, number 2 on the list is David, Whiskey 08, straight Juliet, Quebec. Good morning, Dave.
Yes, we've got us corner there. Still got a corner there, that's okay.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. That's a nice report there. You're fine tonight.
Yeah, so we're alright here. So we've got a bit of an overlap there. Instead of it coming nicely to there, it goes over it, but it is what it is. So yeah, so we've got a bit of an overlap.
Thank you, bye-bye. Okay, then John is next up, line number 5, John G7KWA, good morning.
Right, so a bit, yeah. So the top lid needs to be sorted out next. And we've got to sort out whether we have an angled piece here and there like we did. They're all going to be wrong now. It's difficult to mill out that. Hold on a second. Back again. Right, so yeah. So this. So I could mill out. Could change this slightly. Tell you what, let's just get rid of this stuff now. It's no longer conducive with. Well, the only thing is the size wise. But we want an opportunity for an extra slot here, an extra compact flash or something. So let's get rid of it. Tell you what, let's put some markers in first before we get rid of it. So I'll put a marker there. And a marker there, so we know at least where it went. So I'm going to get rid of that now. Right, so we've got rid of that. And we need, let's pretend we're making a new one. So, do we need a new one, or do we leave it and have a flat surface? Looks weird without it. Let's put the option in. Let's make the piece and with the option of doing it. Alright, so the old one, the original case tapers down to there, so we've had to make it higher. So if I just draw in now a piece, just draw the outlines. And we've got a piece that could be screwed from the sides.
You're still holding up very well. 5 and 9 and good audio on your signal. Mike 7 Bravo
6 mil. Yeah, so if we could mill out the holes. Or, yeah, so the sides hold it on. But the sides come off, don't they? Don't the sides come off? Or is it the lid that comes off? Probably just the lid. We don't need the sides to come off. Otherwise the whole thing will just flop around. Maybe the sides don't come off. Right, let's just put the marks up here. So let's bring...
Okay, Moira, very good. Well, thanks for the report there from RR. You're 5-9 with me, Moira. It's just a little bit of QSB, but solid copy. The band is getting a little bit noisy. I've had to crack another notch of noise reduction in. I don't know where it's coming from, whether it's local noise or whether it's propagation noise. But anyway, no problem. We got you in the log there, and thanks again for being with us. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. You take care. You 73. MI7 RPP. GMA2. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, next up is Peter, Mike 0 Whiskey Papa Juliet. Good morning.
Alright, so we've got that. So what we need to do is grab that. Make sure we haven't grabbed anything else. Don't think we have. So I need to move the whole thing up. Uh, 300 mil. So we can work on it. And we haven't got anything else. Right, okay. So we need to like that, so we can move.
Yeah, very good, Peter. Well, you're a little bit over the edge line with me, thinking maybe a 5 over, down to about a 5 and
So I've got that in fill.
Solid copy. Yep, that noise definitely has appeared since we started the pre-net list. So anyway, it's holding up okay. Absolutely no problems, Peter. So thank you very much indeed for the call. Anyway, enjoy the rest of Sunday down there in Canterbury, and we'll see you in a few weeks' time. Cheers for now, Peter. Bye-bye. Thank you, bye-bye. Okay, line number 10 is Kevin, Golf 7 off to Mike Leland.
Okay, so we've got a single piece. We'll put it in the...
Yes, okay, Kevin.
Okay.
It is noisy, and it's getting noisier. I don't know what's going on, but no problem, Kev. You're 5-9 with me, loud and clear.
So we've got it there.
Thanks for being with us. Take care, stay well.
And we're slightly in the way. Yeah, slightly in the way of the circle. So it needs to go almost fully up, really. Okay, so half the size again. We'll try half the size again. Okay.
Okay, let me see where you get to. Ollie, line number 12, Mike 0 Oscar Lima Yankee, Ollie, go ahead. Mike 0.
So half the size again. 11 point something. Tell you what, I'll keep 6 mil on it.
In the sunshine, not too bad. We've got a bit of breeze got us now, and just to say, have a good one with Christine. We'll catch you on the way back. Okay, alright. Well, big single as usual. 5 to 10 maybe overnight. Occasionally dropping down to 5-8.
Now we're sort of in the plastic here for some reason. It's not easy to do unless we have a channel cut out, and that will weaken it. We can actually see now we're okay there. Right, let's make it transparent. So can we do undo move? Yeah. Let's colour it.
Yeah, well, I guess he's got another engine on the aircraft, so probably not a big deal for them, but yeah, as I say, I do remember having a lot of fun down there at Palm Beach Range. Okay, Ollie, we'll see you later, 73, bye-bye. You too, thank you. Echo India 6 in your X-ray Bravo, Alan, go ahead.
Can I choose more than one face? Yeah. Let's choose more than one face.
Yeah, okay, thanks for that report. You're 5 over 9 with me. Yeah, the QSP is on all signals, so loud and clear, and thanks for being with us, Al. Great to hear you on the GB weekend over there in the Banner County. And we'll see you next time. EI6IXB, GMA2. Bye-bye. Okay, line number 15 is Laurie to Echo Zero, Whiskey Radio London.
Okay, so we've still got the problem. We don't have to worry about that sitting in there anymore because we're going to screw it from the side. Maybe this one can't sit inside the plastic. Well, I'm just going away for an interim. Back in a minute. Welcome back.
Between 5.7 and 5.9 with me.
Oh dear.
I think somebody's turned up just below us. But no problem, 100% copy from you there, Ben. Anyway, a pleasure to get you in along for the first time. We'll catch up with you again a little bit later on. So stay well, stay warm, and 73 Ben, we'll see you on the GB2RS News next time. 20KYS GMA to FQ. Bye-bye. Oh, okay, Ben. Yes, I see we worked you for a few times under your mic there, so congratulations on the
Right.
inconvenience. Very good indeed. Okay, Ben, we'll see you next time. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Let me see. How are we doing? Line number 19.
Just check audio.
7 Tango Kilo uniform.
Testing 1 2 3. Test 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 out. Just check audio. Testing 1 2 3. Test 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 out. Seems okay. Right. So we've got 6mm there. We can just about mill it. We can't. That can sit there where it is because it'll be fastened from the sides. This can't go inside. If I was to mill a groove, I would. If I milled a groove, I can't mill across that way. If I milled a groove, it would compromise the strength of this. So it would probably have to sit on top, so you'd see a square there. Yeah, but then you'd have a gap here. Let's do that now then. So it needs to. Right, that's not so easy to work out how far. Oh, I could do it. Yeah, I could just measure that. .13. Okay. 5.13.
You're 5859 with me, Charlie. So good signal coming in there from Gary. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Cheers for now, Charlie. We'll see you next time, okay? Thanks, Charlie. 73. Bye-bye.
So that sits like that. Sits on, just leans on the corner. So if you look at it from the front, you could tell that it's clear plastic anyway. You could tell from there's a slight channel, a slight gap, but you've got to be able to build it. So it's just aesthetics. Maybe it could be used to hide the cable. Well, no, there's a channel there. Don't know. Anyway, that's editable. Let's have a look from the front. So we're clearing the connector. Okay. We're doing alright. We're doing okay. So that can be made. That's just a piece of flat plastic milled, and it can be made and it can be extended to give it a more fascia here to allow for something else. Compact flash connector, maybe. We still keep the aesthetics. We don't touch any of this. I don't put switches on it. We don't alter this. Now on the original, this bit is stepped forward slightly, a few millimeters. But I'm not going to mill. I won't be milling this down because I'll end up with a white horrible surface. So we'll leave it flat, compromise a little bit.
Nothing heard. Craig, 2 Echo 0.
Now we've got a little problem. I can see the floppy drive. Oh no, we're not using the side slots. We're using these slots. That's fine. A little bit of a problem there because the screw fixing is right where the shoulder is.
Okay, very good, Craig. Well, thanks for that nice report.
So let's take the sides off a minute.
On that short note just now, you went down to about a 5 and 8, but the other band is definitely dropping down. Anyway, Craig, thanks so much for holding on there. We're about
So we've got, yeah, so what have we got here? Let's lose the drive shelf. And the floppies. CD-ROM, right. Lid, can we lose the lid? We can lose the lid for a minute. So we've got 2 shelves, the same. One lower and one higher, so that's weird, isn't it? So we don't really need 2 shelves. So why have we got 2 shelves? That's what I don't really know there. Yeah, we've got something weird going on here. Yeah, we have to sort that out. Oh, the eyes.
Okay, Simon, thank you. You're 5 and 7 with me, 57 with Queen Sugar Baker and QRF. But appreciate you holding on. Thanks very much indeed for being with us this morning. Hopefully next time conditions will be better. But cheers for now there, Gavin, and greetings from the...
Cheers and beers.
Mike 7, Victor Mike, Golf. Golf Mike 8, Oscar Foxtrot, Quebec. Do you go by Simon or Gavin, over?
Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt him. He's too advanced for me. He'd make me look, slap me down like a rookie. Anyway. So we sometimes. Why have we got 2 shelves? Not quite sure why we've got 2 shelves. We definitely need the slots. They need to be slot guides. Yes, we do need that for that reason. So originally, what was it going to be? So the lids go on. The lids just sit on the front. Right, is it for strength? We've got the same here, because we've moved it all up. They don't actually give any strength anymore. Yeah, it's for strength. It's for strength. But, yeah, so we've got a bit of strength. Yeah, it's for strength. It is for strength. We've got some. Let's take the front off a minute. There's something weird going on here. Something weird going on. Now this bit is, yeah, that's slightly weird as well. So we've got this that can be screwed. Yeah, we need that there. Definitely need that. We need that because we take the lid off and then the front is swaying in the wind. Now if the sides are gonna... They're gonna have to be removable, the sides, or are they? I don't know. You can remove anything you want. So the screw fixing's got to be able to be removed. Anyway, working on too many things at once. So this is all to sh_t. Let's just hide. Let's hide them a minute. Inner front. It's part of the inner front. So inner front. So right, so let's put the inner front back, front shelf bracket away. So what have we got going on here now? It's difficult to see. Yeah, so we've got that going across there. So that'll be attached to this. That's the shelf bracket. Is that even drive shelf? So the drive shelf doesn't even go into there anymore. It's held from the top. So there's no need for that to be that low anymore. But then we put all the weight on the screw fixings of the power supply, so it ought to sit in there really. But that's the front and not the drive shelf. That's the inner front. So the front shelf is this bit. But do we need that if... So that should just match the other bit, shouldn't it, really? Or be lower. Yeah, so it used to be lower. But it can't come lower because it covers the connectors, is that right? For a front... So, yeah, we've got lots of bits that we could do without here. We don't want to make too many parts. We could do with making a single piece, do more than one thing. So I can't come too low there. I've got a certain size between there and there, so we want to keep it like that. So that's the outer one. So the shelf bracket is lower. I don't need that at all, I don't think. The only reason we got it is for some kind of stability, or we could bring it down here, extend it down there, and just have it as a column. Right, so yeah, we might, if we're going to have a piece there, then we've got to mill around this bit. Yeah, it's difficult. So that's in line with that, so at least this ought to be in line with that as well, so it can sit on and share the load, I suppose. Right, let's just bring that in line with that then. Is there a reason? Oh, we need to go lower that end, so let's bring that up so it's in line with that at least. Right, so it's in line with that. Now there's nowhere for this shelf to go. What's going on here? Right, so there's something not quite right here. I said I couldn't go any lower. Oh, the inner one can. Right, so we've gone wrong there, haven't we? Yeah, we've gone a bit wrong, so let's go back into this bit. Hang on. No, that's not it. Right, so you want this. So we need to bring... Let's bring that down by 6mm. It needs to be down by 12mm, doesn't it? So come down by 12mm. Move the inner bit down by 6mm. Let's see what we got now. We're in the way of the connector now, look. So what have we got now? It looks like we've got too much. We've got 12mm. We need at least 6mm to rest the shelf on. So let's go back 6mm. Right, what has happened there? Oh yeah. Okay, so we've still got that. Let's come out of there. So there, the drive shelf. That needs to come over to there. That makes more sense. Right, so yeah, we've cleared the connectors. Okay, and inner front. Right, so the inner front was sat on there. Let's take off the lid a minute. So we've got a cross member, yeah, part, yeah, so we've got that, the slots in. Yeah, so we could tuck it in, we could push it down and under, drop it in. So we seem to have something going on here. Oh, what's going on there, for sure. Right, so we've got this inner shelf here. I think this needs to come down. Yeah, it needs to at least come down to here. Probably that size. 11.5. So let's. Good to meet up with you. This is our first contact on 40 meters. I see we had a contact in 2011 on 17 meters. Right, good to meet up with you again after 14 years there, Mark. Anyway, appreciate you calling in. Thanks for your patience in holding on. We'll catch up with you for a rec-chew sometime when we get back home there. G4HBK, GMA.Q. Cheers, Mark. Yes, lovely coffee, Jeff. Look forward to the next one. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. Golf 1 Uniform Zulu Lima, Kevin. Well, thanks for being with us, and I do appreciate your patience in holding on. You'll not put one on the list here, and it's good that we got a report on you, so much appreciated. You're 10 over, by the way, Jeff.
Lovely signal, lovely audio. We'll see you next time. Cheers for now, and greetings from all behind the Thanks a lot. And number 40, we have William at Mike India 0 Whiskey Juliet Monitor, William. It looks like Williams are gone. Okay, I'll try and open a few more reports, but conditions are very bad and a lot of QRM. So, anybody else for a report? Hi, Richard. 0 URO GMA. Yeah, please give us a call. We'll be around later this afternoon. We can on your activities, and we'll let you know what we're doing as well. So, great to hear you. Just head over, by the way. Very noisy, man. A lot of QFB, QRM. It's not in good shape at the moment, mate. But as always, the comic topic for you. Very URO, GMA to Q.
Right. That's okay. So I could do the same over this side, probably.
Good morning, John. Nice to hear you there from yeah, very poor conditions on the band at the moment. You're 5859, that heavy QRM and QFB. Anyway, hope everything is well with you there, Roger. Yeah, you're 10 over in the clear there, John. The SBs are bouncing around with the QRM, but probably below us here. Constant traffic causing a little bit of aggravation. But anyway, no problem, John. I much appreciate the report. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll catch up again further now. Let me free for now. Bye-bye. GMA, you are there? Echo India Alpha Charlie Bravo. Let me see. Echo India 7. Is it India Charlie Bravo?
Can't seem to grab all of this.
I'm really struggling at the moment. I got very heavy QR mixing up. Mike 5 digit Echo Charlie Bravo, Roger. Oh, okay, thank you. Mike 5 India Charlie Bravo in Echo Lima Feeder. My apologies. It's very, very noisy. The propagation sucks at the moment. It's going down quite rapidly. Give me another call there, Peter, and I'll try and give you a report, Emma. Okay, thank you for the 5925. When the QFP drops your signal, it's very difficult. But yeah, good to get you in the log there, Peter. Thanks very much for calling in. Are you over in there?
Okay. Right, so I've got a bit down going on here. Yeah. some strength. It's a bit high there, so it could do with coming down a bit. At least to there.
Thank you, bye-bye. Okay, it's getting really difficult now with the QRM and the QSP, so I think we'll knock it on the head there. But thanks very much for all the reports. A very good morning to anybody on the frequency.
So it comes in, it sits on the shelf there. We've got two shelves. Why have we got two shelves? Just because we have. Right, this is not right here. Oh, that's the top of the floppy drive, yeah. But then it just can't just hit end there. So for some reason we've got something going on here. So we've got weirdness here. I've got cutout. It's a cutout, I see. It's the cutout. So right, he's gone off. So is there anything on 20 meters? Nothing. No, just a lot of noise. So really, for HF, it's a pity the band is only narrow on 40 meters. It's the best band, I think, 40 meters. Oh well. Right, so we've got it up to there. We've got that fastened to there. We've got our floppy drives coming in there. We've got our shelf going across there. And, the ears of the shelf sit on there. It hangs down, also spreads a load of the base on here. Although it's only coming in. It's only coming into there. So why would it not come forward anymore? Would it need to go forward? Yeah, so I need to go forward to there. Oh, does it make a difference? So at the minute we've got, yeah, only got 6mm there, so we could do with probably having that thicker for the weight. So maybe that one needs to go up. Let's just lose these mouse ones a minute. So if it's going to do that, then that might as well be part of that. Right, let's try that. Let's see what happens when we do that. Hang on, let's lose the drive shell for a minute. So we want that one there. I need to bring that up to there. So what have we got now? Yeah. Put the drive shelf back. So the drive shelf. Oh no. No, we needed to go up another 6mm, didn't we? So let's try again. Okay, so we've got a bit of a step to it now. Put the drive shelf back. Okay, and we've got a bit of strength now, rather than just 6mm going all the way down here. So a bit of strength. Now, what we could do with that seems to be in the way there. Let's put the CD-ROM back. Let's have a look at that. So that's okay at the minute. Yeah, it's got clearance. Right, so this piece a bit anomalous. It's in an anomalous area. Let's put this front back on. And then the shelf, mouse shelf bracket. So the mouse shelf bracket, so it could come down a bit. I don't think we'll be able to come down all the way. Although that could come down a bit now. No, it can't, can it? Because then the sides will be... So the sides could come up to there. No, they can't, because they stop there. You'd have a crank on it. Would you have a crank on it? Maybe. No, I don't want to mess with that. So crank. And then come down. No. Right, okay, so leave that like that. There's a gap. That needs that there to hold the front to the back. But it doesn't necessarily... Yeah, it'd be nice if that was down. So this knew where to rest onto it. Let's do that. Right, let's just put that down onto that surface. So let's measure what we've got so far. Only 1mm. Right, I don't quite know what it's looking at there, so let's just move it around. .44mm. So let's push that down. .44mm. So we're touching that now, so it's got something to rest on. Right, and we've got some anomalous thing happening here now, where we're higher than the drive shelf. Why would that be? So we could introduce a bit more space here. Oh no, we're limited to that there. So it sticks up a bit. But we need to screw this to at least to that there. And one in the middle and one at the end, maybe. But we're stepped there. Nothing sits in there, that is the drive shelf, so does it need... just drive shelf off. So it only sits into there anyway. So, yeah, it could sit higher there, does it matter? Actually, that could maybe sit inside there. So maybe if we have a tang on it and sit it in there to guide it, because we need to know where to... Well, we'll have the holes ready. Yeah, it needs to go somewhere, so you know how to screw it together. Yeah, it's a bit of a thing. Bit of a thing, this. Bit of a thing. Let's have a think about that one. Right, so these are all optional pieces for aesthetics. Oh no, that needs to structural to hold the front on. Now, is there any way the drive shelf? So the drive shelf, could this act as a drive shelf as well as a standoff? Well, the drive shelf say that the drive shelf sits on. The height it is now, no, it wouldn't be able to do it, would it? Not unless we stagger this. We've got a bit of space there. That has to stay where it is, unless we could bring the power supply up a bit. Yeah, so it could, it's space for it, so it could alter. We'd have to alter the back plate to match it, so it's not the end of the world. So I think we will do that actually, because we're constrained by the front for the CD-ROM. If we put the front on, that can't move, so there's a gap which we don't need. So I think the answer, this gap has to stay because the floppy drives are spaced that part, so we do need that gap. We can get to the screws now. We still can't get. Oh, we don't need the screw there because we're coming in from the bottom. But we need to get a screw up from the bottom. That's what I was doing before. Now trying to free up this shelf. So we've got one shelf onto the plastic here. So we'd have to lose that one. So what do we do with it? Do we get rid of it? Tell you what, let's hide the... It's a bit of strength for us as well, but we could turn them into pillars. So we could alter it. So definitely needs to alter it enough to get this screw in. Oh, space for this. It screws in, then it just drops on. So it just needs to allow clearance for the screw. That's all it needs to do. So let's just allow clearance for this screw. So if we move the... That's annoying, isn't it?
Papa India 4 Charlie, Oscar Mike. Papa India 4 Charlie, Oscar Mike. Contact. Take your contact. Contact. Kilo Delta Fox 59 Utrecht.
Right, so where did I get to? Yeah, so we're getting there slowly. So I need to sort that out. So that spacer, that could also sit over this and hang this side and be a stay for the drive shelf. Extra support. Then I could screw it. Well, no, I can't. Yeah, I could drill it from there down. I don't know. So many different options. So this gap's annoying here, so I'll probably need to move the whole thing up. Give us some more clearance. We want some clearance here. So what I would have to do is work out what the difference is. Let's have a look, see if I can work out the difference. 3 millimeters. Is it really 3 millimeters? Could be. 6 millimeters it is. Is it really 6 millimeters? So if we go from there down to the... Yeah, 6 millimeters. So we've got 6 millimeters clearance. We don't really need it. So we should lose that 6 millimeters clearance. So we need to move the... Yeah, let's do it. Any knock-on effects. So we lift the whole thing up by 6 mil. And have we got... So these stay the same distance. We move that drive bay up by 6 millimeter. Then we'd have to shrink everything by 6 millimeter. That's okay, we could do that. Right, let's do it. You have to, in order to fix one area, we have to alter a different area. Right, okay, it's going to mess all this up. Right, let's do it. How do we do it though? The drives need to stay where they are. So I need to grab this. I want it to take... Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take it up in the air and do it. 300. Right, so this is our structure. We need to alter this structure. So first we'll do... How can we alter it? Yeah, these stay the same. So all we need to do is... So CD-ROM sits in here. So we need to fasten it through there to this, or from the sides in. Yeah, leave that as it is. Right, so let's go into this one and 6 mil. That's the easiest way. And we'll just literally move this whole piece up 6 mil. Okay, so we've got rid of the gap now. The power supply is going to be too low. Okay, let's put it back where it was. Okay, let's see what we got now. So CD-ROM sits on the plastic now. Just wondering, is there a problem? Might be a problem when it comes to plugging in, but we've got a hole there anyway. Whether the... Yeah, we've got a hole in there anyway, so that's fine. Still get to the screws. So we've moved the whole thing up, apart from the drives. Now everything else should be in the right place, shouldn't it? Yeah, so everything else in the right place. This shoulder needs to give space for the screw. So there's no advantage to having that there, right, basically. So let's give ourselves some clearance for that. Let's give ourselves a bit of clearance. Say, what's clearance for the screw head? Say 5mm. Okay. Let's just leave that there a minute. So we've got this problem here, yeah. Okay, so that there's a stepped bit there we've got to watch out for on the front. We couldn't. Hold on a second. Alright, just had a work phone call. Oh well. Right. Right, okay. Oh dear. How long are we going for? 2 hours 35. Okay, we've got another 25 minutes, something like that. And let's see what we can sort out here. So we're sat on the drive there. Ideally, what we wanted was that shelf. No, that's part of the shelf. But the shelf that it sits on, so we either screw that to there, trying to get away with less things to screw together. See, yeah. So if the shelf,
CQ2,
if that could
Mike 0
sit on
Tango
there,
Bravo M02BA, listening back for any call.
so if that could sit in there, it'll be the standoff and the shelf lean to, for lack of the word, and screw it down to there. Screw it in once. But it's too high. See how it's too high? It's too high. So no, that won't work. Okay, so leave that as it is. Now we haven't got. Do we need this extra? That stops there, doesn't it? Yeah, stops just there. So, and we need the strength for the. Yeah, we don't want to lean everything off this after it's been milled out. So we do need this piece. Do need that piece there. So that can be the. Yeah, it's transferring the weight, just like a cathedral, around the sides, helping the strength. And when they laminate the two together, it makes it's 12mm thick, it's strong. So we're going to have to work out where the screws are going. So that gives us our clearance for the screw now, there. So when the drive shelf is out, you can screw there's clearance for the thing, so, and it comes up and buttresses against the side of the CD-ROM. No, it doesn't actually, does it? Oh, it does. Well, side of this wall, so it puts it in place, and it's the front one that holds the weight of the shelf, plus, and this one then shares the weight of the shelf. Does it? Used to. Shares the weight of the shelf, but then it wasn't wide enough, so I need to bring that up to there now, don't I? I need to bring that up 6mm. Right, so is that right? So we've brought that up to there and we sit it on. Yeah, it looks right. Yeah, so that's making more sense. And we've got a wider, stronger area going across. And I can't bring that down any further, because it'll be in the way of the connector, so that's fine. What we could do is bring those ears out to match that there, probably, to give it some more strength, but then we lose the chance of putting something else in there. That has to stay where it is. Yeah, it could go over a bit, but we'll leave a bit of play. Because we've got to drop the drive shelf into there. Right, so that's okay. So we'll leave that for a minute. Or should we bring them over? See, that one could come all the way over now, theoretically, to there. Let's do that. I like the idea of that. Let's lose the front, inner front a minute. Let's, yeah, I like the idea of that coming all the way over to there. Is that even right? Let's come out a minute. Yeah. So it's only the inner front. Oh, no, that is the inner front, isn't it? Yeah, because we would have... No, that's the back shelf. So the inner front covers it anyway. Yeah. And that's just the strength for this one. Yeah. So it makes sense to bring it up to there. It also makes sense to bring that one up to there. Yeah, so we've got a bit of strength going on. There's nothing there at the minute. We can always move it around if we need more. If we need to provide other slots. At the minute we don't need them. Right, so that's good. So put the inner front in place. Yeah, that's okay. Everything's okay so far. So we've got this little bit of a gap here where this is. That's acting as a stay for this angle. Okay. Now we've got a bit of a step going on here from there to there. Why do we need... Yeah, because it doesn't sit in there, does it? So let's have a look at that again. So let's just save it. I think it auto saves it anyway. So just move front shelf. So it stops there anyway, onto there. It doesn't sit into there, so so that could just as well go up there onto the CD-ROM, couldn't it? Let's just try it for size. Where should we go? 6 mil. Right, see what we've done now. Have we messed it up? So that goes there. It's going to sit on this. That shelf's going to sit in there anyway. So that just gives it something else. Less material we have to waste, the better. Just make it heavier though. We'll put our shelf in there. So the shelf is holding, yeah, it sits on there as well, and so it's flush with that. So if we lose the CD-ROM, we've got flush there with this shelf that sits down. And the only thing that is weird is this bit at the front here. So CD-ROM back. We've got a gap here. And that has to sit where it has to sit. And how do we fasten it? So we've got, well, that bit goes all the way up now, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah. So that bit goes all the way up. So you will see the material there, and I'll just screw through from the back. We've got, so we could screw through, so the same screw could screw this shelf to the shelf stay to the inner front and hold this in place. And if you went deep enough and you milled out, if you drilled and tapped a thread of 2.5 mil, so 3 mil, into this, the same screw could go through there, through there, through there, and into there, hold the lid on. So they're all being tied from the same screw. I like the idea of that. So let's put a screw in. Let's do that before we forget. Let's just make a screw. So we need to come in a certain amount. Let's say, how far over? Don't know. Just say 15 mil for lack of anything else. And we need to come over with a face. No, that's not going to do it. So we've got 15 mil. We need. Tell you what, let's lose the. Yeah, we're flush with that. Let's lose that line. Turn off the inner front and turn off the shelf. Oh no, the inner front is part of the same thing. So we'd have to get hold of this. Draw a line, say 15. It's not letting me do, is it? Why not? Right, I need to split that. Split that up. I need to split that up. Oh, let me do that. I need to hide that bit, don't I? Right, let's make a new layer. So we've got the inner front. Let's call this the spacer, inner front spacer. Inner front spacer.
M0KVU, M0WIZ.
Let's put that as the inner front spacer layer. Okay, we're going to lose the inner front at the minute. Let's also put that one on the inner front spacer. Right, lose the inner front. Okay, so then we can put the hole in place. So set 15 mil, 10 mil. Should we go 10 mil? No, let's do 15. Tell you what. Let's do 15 like we said we're going to do. Right, so and then we want a cutout in it. Halfway. 6 mil, so it's going to be. M4 is always a good screw to use. It's 2 mil. Yeah, might be able to get away with that. I'd have to machine it nicely though. Or do we go less? 3 mil. Yeah, let's do it at 3 mil. 1.5 mil. Push that through to the other side. Okay, and then we copy that. Right, we can get rid of that line. Paste it in place. We need to take it to lose the inner spacer. Need to push that. Oh, it needs to be the green one. Onto there. We need to cut it. Paste it in place. And we should be able to... No. Cut it. Paste it in place, and we should be able to select that now. And we'll go in 3mm. Say 4mm. So we've got 2mm of plastic at the front, so it doesn't show, to screw into. Right, so then we need to paste in place, bring it up, somewhere like that. Then we need to put in the inner shelf, inner front, and the... I'll do it okay for now. Yeah, so we need to put a hole through there. So I need to bring that to the surface of the component of the sheet. Just like that. Then we need to cut it. Select that, paste it in place, and push all the way through to that, and we need to paste it in place. Okay, I'm going to bring it out. Just bring it out to there, and then bring back the front shelf. And move that onto the face, cut it, and paste it in place. And we need to push it through to the end. Okay, so we've got our, and we need to see our front spacer. We need a screw that goes all the way through. So let's measure that, if we can measure it. Right, let's use 3D to measure this. So we need to go all the way into there. So 34 plus 4mm, 38mm. So we need to create a 3mm screw that's 38mm long. And we've got some screws we've already done that are 3mm. Oh, they were 2.5, weren't they? 2.5, I think they were. I'm sure I've done a screw that's 3mm. Can't remember if it's a 3mm or 2.5. They're 3mm. So I'll copy that. Copy. I'll use the same screw. Right, paste. Right, so we've got our screw there. Need to turn it round, like make it unique. Turn it round. Like that. Need to grab, find out what it is. What's the size of it? 270. So 38mm. Oh, it's 270. Right, 38 minus 2.7, 35.3. So I need to go into it, grab this and move it 35.3. Okay, so we've got our screw. Now we need to put it over there. Need to grab it by something. Where do we grab it by? The center, maybe? Grab it by the center. Take it over to here. Put it there. Now is it inside the plastic? No, it's behaved itself and put it where we want it. Sometimes the algorithm on SketchUp is fantastic. Okay, so we've got that there. So we've got one screw to hold. Oh, what's happened there? We've gone too big. We've gone too big. Okay, we can work that out. Don't know what happened there. Right, 2 mil. So we need to go into there, grab that. We need to lose the 2 mil. Plus go in 2 mil. So 4 mil. So we go 4.5 mil. That's it. And have a look at it. Yeah, we're in the front. That's it. Right, so we're okay. We've got our screw, and you can't see the head of it, and it does. That screw connects the drive shelf plastic to the inner front plastic to the spacer to the front lid. Yeah, nice. I like that. And we also need probably another one in the middle and another one at the end. So we're going to have to sort that out. I'm getting a bit fatigued now. Imagine doing 8 hours on this. That would I've done it in the past. Right, okay, so we've got the idea, we've got the spacing. We need to examine that. So what have we done today? Right. My back's killing, it's leaning up forward like this, so yeah, it's time to get up and do something else. Right, okay, put the sides on and the lid. So the lid's still not right, so I think these need to, yeah, these need to come down and the lid needs to go up to share the load. Yeah, okay, let's do that now then. So take the lid off a minute. And the sides. Right, so we need to drop them down. Both of them down, yeah. $6 mil. $6 mil. So we've got that there. Yeah. Although, no. Actually, then we'd have to have an extra screw there when we could have had. No, it wouldn't have gone over anyway, would it? Oh, I see, I've already got the hole in it because it was a copy of it. So there's a reason for having it over this way a bit more. So we can fasten that to there, that'll be nice. Yeah, so we need to alter that. It needs to be set in the middle of there. So, in fact, no, I'll tell you what, we'll put them back where they were. Right, so put them back where they were. And what we'll do is, we haven't got anything going across there. Can that be joined across there? It's a drive shelf, isn't it? Oh no, no it can't be. It's got to be open to drop the shelf in. I'm just thinking now. Hang on, let me just think. Ah. Yeah, so the plastic. Yeah, in order to get the drive shelf out, you can't have a cross member. So, yeah, the fact that the front comes off, yeah, you'd be able to withdraw it back a bit. How would you do that though? You've got to draw it back a bit. We might get boxed in here. Yeah, that one would stop you lifting the drive shelf out. So they're going to have to stop short. The spacer can't. The bottom space is okay, going all the way across. But the top one has to be. We'll have to make that unique. And then you still got the problem of getting it past the front, because the lid normally, on the old proper one, the lid slides off. On this one, that's fixed in place. So you probably need enough clearance to drop it this way, then up. But then it's fixed in with the back plate. Oh well, that's free floating anyway. Power supply is fastened, and the shelf just sits on. So the shelf sits on. That's got to be brought up as well now. That shelf. Let's do that now. That shelf's got to come up 6 mil. That's not quite right, is it? Oh, got a little bit of extra going on there. Oh well. Well, let's just do whatever it is. Okay, so we've got that there. So, sat on there. It needs to be withdrawn to clear the 6 mil plate. So we're not taking the front off. Or we come in, unscrew that one, unscrew that, that and that, take the front off, and the whole thing drops apart. Anyway, yes, it's a little bit of a problem. Anyway, let's sort this out next. Right, so we want the same amount here. So got to make this unique. Make it unique and measure that. 11.5. Tell you what, we won't bother with that. We'll shrink this down to there. Shrink it down to... Oh, it won't let me go no further than that. Undo... Hang on. Undo that. Right, so we need to go into here. Move it across. So it needs to be moved across. It's 11.5, so we need a marker. So we need to go find out half of this. 11.5, so let's say 5.25. Oh, why is it not going like that? Oh, it's crashed now. I pressed escape and it's crashed. Oh well. There's gonna be another tweak tonight, probably. More tweaks. Okay, that's 3 hours. We go a little bit longer, get this little bit sorted, and then that's it. Gotta go out. Oh yeah, we're getting on a bit. Oh, dear me.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Right, let's load it back again. I don't know why it decides it's got to crash. If it knows it's crashed, why doesn't it just fix itself? Right. So I want that there. No, that's not right. That's right. Oh, it's not having it because that's in the way. No, gonna have to hide the stuff in front. Alright, I'll try again. Doesn't like to sit, doesn't want to snap to it, does it? Begs the question, why not? Why not is because the line is too high.
Fantastic, Dave. No, really nice signal coming through, and BBC broadcast audio as well coming through. So fantastic, and as I say,
there we go.
thank you very much for standing by. Keith and I have been making a few adjustments here with the main station, and today, due to various things, we managed to connect up an external monitor. A few adjustments to the...
So now we can Squeeze it over. Okay, so we've got 2 of them now. Let's get rid of that. So we've got that. We need another one the other side, maybe one in the middle. So let's put the sides on. Oh. Was that in the way of the lid, or what's that in the way of? Where's the lid? No, that's not in the way of the lid. It will be in the way of the lid for the screw. Right. So don't forget we've got a screw to go in there. Okay, so we'd have to clearance for the lid. We'll sort that out in a bit. So why can't that go over there? It could, couldn't it? Inner front. Sides. Sides and lid. Oh, that just, yeah, sorry, that just sits there, doesn't it? Sits and hulls this inner front. I've lost myself now. Yeah, so your sides, yeah, your sides are on it. But yeah, that could go over, maybe. But then you wouldn't have anything to reach it. No, leave it like that. Leave it like that. That's it. Alright, I mean, shut up. Someone dead key in the call frequency. Right, what am I doing? Right, so we've got this bit here. We've got the screw going through that. We've got front shelf bracket to go on. So there's got to be a screw that goes through it. Let's keep these in the same place. I'll sort that out in a bit. Bloody hell, that's a nightmare, isn't it? Right. Okay, so let's put the... Let's put that, copy of that one. So why is that? Just trying to work out. Alright, so we slot that in there. What is that? Oh, that inner front. Can't have an inner front, can it? We said that. Can't have a joint across there. That's going to have to be modified. You've got to take pick it up out of it. Unless you're going to take all your drives out every time you want to, which not a good idea. We don't want to fasten it in, never to be got out again. So let's make them. So that side was there. There's no clearance. Doesn't matter about the clearance. Does it matter about clearance? Shouldn't do. If it's precise. We say we've got 11.5mm on there. Probably could do with 0.5mm clearance, really. Although, we'll try it spot on for now. So we're not centered. Why aren't we centered? Don't quite know why I didn't center it. Oh god, it's taken ages. Hang on. Right, so what do we do? Do we pack it up now? Yeah, we're gonna have to pack it up now, I think. It's a shame. Yeah, let's pack it up now. We've been going for too long now. So we'll carry on. So what do we look at? Let's just have that as the view. It's a bit of a weird view. Or maybe like that. Something like that. Maybe with the sides on. Sort of an unfinished obelisk. Something like that. Yeah, I like that view. Sort of. Pretend we're a small figure and there's a giant imposing case looking at us. Sort of. Yeah, we'll have that view. Why not? Have a different one. That's the next thumbnail then. Can't tell what it is, the badge isn't showing, but never mind. Right, that's the next one. Okay, I'll leave you with that. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's give you some outro stuff. I'll switch off that. Switch off.
The computer converts these numbers into impulses that cause sound waves to come directly from a loudspeaker. The art of computer graphics is only in its infancy.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
The entire musical score accompanying this film was composed on a computer that can produce nearly endless variations of sounds. Only by computer could they be calculated and for the first time pictorially described.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer to the for the carriage. But you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you maybe this evening. Bye bye.